Hey, what's the topic? What's the next topic that we're recording?
We're talking about the Outer Planes adventure book for Pathfinder.
What's a plane?
It's like in a different existence of the same world. You know how in Heroes of the Storm there's like all the different worlds, like Mecha World, and there's like yeah, like that.
What do you mean?
Rick and Morty.
Oh.
Hi everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. My name's Indigo.
And I'm Krug.
And today we're going to be talking about, what's the actual title? Hey everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. My name's Indigo.
And I'm Krug.
And today we're going to be talking about the Pathfinder Planar Adventures book. First, we would like to disclose something, which is we did actually receive the book from Paizo for free. We don't feel that it's going to affect our review of it or what our opinions are, but we felt that it was important to let you guys know now versus at the end of it or hidden somewhere. All right, so the hardcover book is actually going to be $44.99 if you guys get it. This is the hardback book.
Ta-da.
If you would like to buy the PDF, it's only going to be $9.99.
That's good.
Now, we're not going to go over the book 100% because neither Krug or myself has managed to sit down and read all of it because that's going to take us a lot more time. Maybe we'll come back and talk a little bit more about it later on if you guys like. But we just kind of wanted to give you our firsthand thoughts and some of the favorite parts of the book that we really liked.
Yeah, so the book in itself isn't an adventure book. It's more of a supplement than anything else.
Yes.
And it's designed to help DMs run campaigns that take place on multiple planes.
Yes.
And so it has a bunch of monsters that you would find on alternate planes. It has a bunch of subclasses that are really interesting that are specifically themed around being able to work in many different planes. And it has a lot of encounter tables and other cool things that you can use to kind of spice up a campaign.
Yeah, so for example, if you your party goes on to an adventure to the plane of hell, there is a section where you can randomly roll encounters while they're in hell and what kind of beasts and monsters. And one of the things that you pointed out that you really liked is the fact is that it has that chart and it flat out tells you this is what book you're going to be using it from. This is where it is, exact page, everything.
And it also has at the very beginning a list of books that are referenced, which is, I think, super useful so you can decide, well, how much of this book am I going to be able to use, how many of these encounters, or if I wanted to like become up to date with this, like what would I need to go find?
Exactly.
Source?
You know, this really is pushing me to finally get that Bestiaries, 3 or whatever, because that's the one that you didn't buy.
Exactly. I was actually thinking to myself, because it's not a self-contained adventure, how is this going to be like implemented in campaigns that already exist? Like, it's not really that useful. Like, you can't use the classes. Like, how is it gonna? And I was thinking about the classes specifically, and they could be really good NPCs. Like, if you have a list of characters or a party that's already built and they don't have any of these extra planar things, instead of having them take levels in those things to get them to be able to like travel or navigate other planes more effectively, you can just build an NPC with them. That's something that I think is cool. I didn't think about that until like right before we started recording.
There's also systems within Pathfinder that allow you to kind of basically retrain your character. So for example, if you get access to newer books that have new archetypes, and you're like, wow, that's really the direction I wanted my character to go in, there is kind of like retraining systems that you can go through to allow the players to change their archetypes or
That's
change
really fucking cool.
class levels, stuff like that.
I didn't know that.
Now we're going to talk about what our favorite class archetype change was. So my favorite class change for archetypes is the Pact Witch for the Witch archetype.
And mine was the Azatariel, I think.
Now that's the swashbuckler.
The swashbuckler archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
For me, for the Pact Witch, the reason I like
The warlock?
Actually, well, the witch itself is basically a warlock equivalent between the two. But the reason I like the Pact Warlock is I like the additional spells, like Time Sunder. Oh, hell yeah.
What's Time Sunder?
I don't know. Just sounds cool. And the familiar changes that you get, like the additional options.
Oh yeah, they become an outsider, right?
Yeah, I really like that whole entire aspect, so that's why I chose it. And then we're gonna then also talk about what our favorite monsters were that we saw. For me, it was the Moon Hag. And that's just purely for the fact that they have the ability to howl at the moon and make everyone within 30 feet of it, or a target within 30 feet of it, just lose sanity. They just lose wisdom. They're like, hey, guess what? For the next 6 rounds, you're losing sanity.
That's crazy. I picked the Leviathan. The Leviathan is a flying beluga whale that has laser eyes with a range of 1,000 feet. That's all I need to say. That's it. It's a flying beluga whale, and it has laser beam eyes.
Yeah.
With a range of 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet.
Those are some of the things that we really liked about it.
Yes.
But there is a couple of things that we're not huge fans of.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the fact that the book that we received was all concocted.
Yeah, but we did get the book for free.
Yeah.
So it's reasonable that they would send us maybe a misprint.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't think that that's going to be something that the actual Pathfinder community has to worry about.
Yeah, and I actually looked online before we started to see if it was a common issue.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that.
Anyone
Yeah,
coming
and
up with it? And the PDF's in the right order,
the
right?
PDF is correct as
So,
well.
I mean, it's probably just a, one they had thrown off to the side. Which
Yeah,
is cool.
absolutely.
That's fine.
I'm really loving the fact that they're continuing to update Pathfinder and continue to sell books and put books out there.
Yeah.
While they are hinting at and bringing forth Pathfinder 2nd edition. And it makes me feel that they're planning on keeping both franchises running, at least for a little while, versus kind of what D&D does, which is, I'm out!
Yeah. All of your old books are gone now. They're just useless.
Well, and I mean, you can always use the old books, but
Yeah.
the fact is that they're still producing this. We know that Pathfinder 2nd edition is coming out in August, which is next month, and this book just came out.
Yeah.
That's a really close,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think they would keep Pathfinder 1st edition running indefinitely.
No.
Or
but,
keep producing new content for it indefinitely, but I could see.
I mean, if those books are still selling, why not?
Yeah, that's true. And there's obviously the super dedicated fan base for Pathfinder 1st edition that may not necessarily want to change to 2nd edition, which is totally fine. That's kind of where they got their fan base from in the first place, right? It was 3.5 fans that didn't want to transition to 4th. I mean, they had really great reasons for that.
It sucked.
Yeah, so and those reasons probably won't exist in the transition from 1st to 2nd edition Pathfinder, but it could be that some of them are just resistant to change, and maybe they want to help those people kind of continue to have fun.
Yeah.
Which is good. We'll see how it goes, though. Yeah.
Why don't you guys go down in the comments and let us know what do you guys think of the Planar adventure book? Do you want to see us do more of a deep dive into the book? If so, let us know down there. After you do that, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're a part of the 78% of people that aren't.
That number's going down. Thank you very much.
Loving it. Also hit the bell icon so you can get notifications for all of our future content. We've got a lot coming up for GameGorgon and QueueTimes as a whole, and we want you guys to be there with us. Speaking of being there with us, why don't you talk to us over on Twitter? You can get me at IndigoQT.
You can reach me at CrewQT on Twitter. You can also reach both of us at the same exact time at _QueueTimes. We have been GameGorgon. Oops, hold on. We've not been GameGorgon yet. You can also reach out to us on Instagram at QueueTimes. Now we've been GameGorgon. We'll see you guys next time.